Hey everybody, Lisa G here with you today. Happy Saturday. I had posted a picture on Facebook a couple of days ago and several people commented on it. And so they were asking mostly how I made them. And so today I decided I would show you and how we can go from this, which is just a cotton sheet that was threadbare that was starting to go downhill, and so I just took it and cut it into strips. As you can see, it puts off lots of strings, but the bonus is you get little piles of this goodness at the end. So I save these and use these with my artist trading cards and just as little bits of texture in the backgrounds of things. So that's a good little bonus. But you end up with just some really beautiful watercolory looking pieces, and you can use them in your journals, as a tie, or cut them and use them to make little fabric clusters and snippets and things like that, and they just turn out beautifully. As you can see, you can get all kinds of different colors, and it looks like watercolor when you get done. And it's actually a really simple process. I certainly didn't come up with it by myself. I saw a YouTube video where somebody else did it. So I just kind of started playing with the idea and took it from there. So I'm fixing to show you real quick how they look and how to make them. And then I roll them up like this. And so you end up with, a nice little roll of watercolory goodness. I love them. They're so much fun to make and super easy. Before we get started, if you would, please take a moment to smash that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up if you like this kind of stuff, and we'll be sure to bring more of it to you in the future. And, we're still trying to hit our first 1,000 subscribers and get our little YouTube channel off the ground. So anything you can do to help would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. All right. One thing I will tell you, protect your surface. All of this, see all this overspray here? This is all from me making these. What I did was I got this is a chopping mat from Dollar Tree. You get 2 of them when you buy them. And it's just a nice, and it's matte on one side and slick on the other. So you want to use the slick side. Okay. These are old dryer sheets that I saved, and I use them to mop up color if I have a lot of extra color and, don't want to put it on my fabric. And so you can, mop up with these. And then I took, here's one I used to mop up the last time I did it when I was doing all the yellows. And I took it and I turned it into a little flower. And so we can use that, as a decoration in our journal as well. I'll do a process video on how to make those at some point too. Actually, I did the other day and then I had to delete it because I goofed. But I'll make you another one. So you can strip down whatever you like. It can be a tablecloth. It can be, whatever. As I said, this was a sheet. And I just took it, and see how you end up with all these extra strings. So I just mop those through the ink when I get a chance to. And then, sometimes they'll come off the edge after they've already started to fray. And you can just, yank them out. You end up with all these little yummy colors. So anyway, so there's a couple of different ways you can do this. You can use alcohol inks, and as you can see, I've got several alcohol inks here. My Holtz Adirondack by Ranger. You can use those, or you can also use your distress inks. And again, super simple process, but you want to go typically from lighter to darker, so that your colors flow well together, and you give that lighter color a chance to dry a little bit before you put the darker colors on. Okay. So because of that, I usually start with my yellow. Get it open here. And I just, you know, put out a few drops. I'm about to be out of yellow, so I need to get some more. As you can see, I did a whole bunch of yellow the other day. Once you do that, you just kind of add a little bit of water to it. And here's the real trick to it. So once you add a little bit of water to it, you want to just scrunch this up into a ball like this, okay? And just dip it down into your ink. And oh, by the way, you might want to wear gloves because it will stain your hands. I've already gotten this far, so I'm not stopping now. All right, and so you just want to turn it over and over and just find you a clean spot. And, you know, you can do this and wipe it all up. Now, you see how it left just a little bit there? With alcohol inks, you can just spritz a little bit of alcohol on top of it. And then you can wipe all of that up. Okay? See, it just kind of puts it in random little spots. Okay? So now I think I want to go in and I'm going to add some blue. Now this is Mermaid Lagoon by Ranger. Again, it's a Tim Holtz Distress ink. And I'm just going to lay it out here and put it on my board. And again, because they're Tim Holtz, they are water reactive. And so you just spray some water. And here we go again. We're going to scrunch. And we're going to pick up just little bits and pieces of the blue. Okay? And you want to get some in the same spots, and you want to get some in different spots. And the reason being, it will make these beautiful little blends and make your ribbon just look fantastic. Okay? And as you can see, because these are water reactive, they clean up really easily. Okay? And again, here's where we are. But see, we're getting a little bit of green, we're getting a little bit of blue, we got a little bit of yellow, and so, you know, we just keep going, right? All right, let's add a little bit of watermelon. Let's see if we can get some purple going on and some pinks. Okay, and see how my overspray, I try not to spray too hard for that very reason, because it just oversprays all over my desk or all over my desk pad. So you might want to protect your surface, just FYI. Mine's always a mess anyway, so it's not going to make, you know, a big difference. So, okay, see how we're just picking up in random spots. And again, this is going to make some orange, it's going to make some purples, you know. But at the end of the day, we're going to get just some really cool stuff, right? So see how that's stuck? I can sit here and do that and it won't come up. Watch this. Add just a little bit of alcohol. This is just straight rubbing alcohol. And there you go. See? And it just picks it all up. And here's where we're at. Now, I want to add like a little bit of, where was that one? I've been in a coral mood, and I love this rusty hinge. So we're going to do some of this next. And we'll just go ahead and do the coral first because it's the lighter of the two. I probably should have done that before I did the red, but here we are. Okay. And then we're just going to come in here, pick up a little bit of the strawberry pinks. Okay. And I mean, this just gives you such a great melee of colors, and it just looks beautiful at the end. Okay, we're going to flip it around so we can get a new clean spot there, semi-clean spot. Oh, see, this was the lighter of the two. I should have used this one first, but that's okay, because Rusty Hinge is just a really great orangey, you know, rusty color. I love Tim Holtz stuff, if you can't tell. He's my art hero. I would love to be able to just, you know, play with Tim Holtz stuff all the time. So I can just have a big old time. All right, now let's try to get, let's get a little bit of purple in there. We're just doing a whole melee of colors today. Just do a tiny bit of that. Okay. And if you want to, so, you know, say we want to put purple in just this spot. You can lay it down in there and just add a little bit here. A little bit there. But I just like doing it like this because it's just so easy to mop everything up, and you get just some really great color combinations when you do it this way. Stuff you wouldn't normally, you know, think that you would get. Okay, I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do this is a ginger. And this is a really dark color. Now I add water first because I like it to, you know, kind of get that little watercolory look. Okay. Let's get a little bit of this. And, you know, sometimes I just like to put it in particular little spots. So, you know, again, it's a go with the flow and do what you want to do. Okay. There's a good spot. And then we'll just clean that up. Spritz it with just a hair of alcohol. And there we go. All right, now I will hang this to dry and see how you get your little strings. You can pull your strings off as you go along. And once I get done with them, I take them and once they're dry, I take them and I iron them. And then, you know, once I iron them, it sets the color in a little bit. If you really want to set the color in, I would suggest putting it in maybe a vinegar bath after the fact. I'm going to put, well, let's use this blue. I like this blue. This one's a little bit darker than the mermaid. And we'll just put it in a few spots. There we go. But see how it creates that overspray? And it gets kind of everywhere. Okay. See, I love how it makes that purple even a darker purple too. There we go. And again, time to fill up that alcohol. Just a little spritz, and it should clean right up. We missed a spot, obviously. There we go. All right, now, so let's just go and look and see what we got here. All right, and as you can see, we've just got a beautiful arrangement of colors, and you know, they just blend beautifully into themselves. I didn't put any orange in this one, but that's okay because, you know, with the red and yellow, they kind of created their own shade of orange. But as you can see, it just really gives you a beautiful watercolory look. And once this is dry, it'll just be gorgeous. So, isn't that pretty? And so much fun to make. I'll go back and I'll find the lady that I watched that gave me this idea, and you can kind of see how she did hers. And off the top of my head, I cannot remember the name of her channel, so I'll have to go back in my watch history and find her. But you know, just a fun little project that, you know, you can do literally in 15 or 20 minutes. You know, look at that. Look at that yumminess. I love it. And it is so much fun. Look here. Isn't that pretty? And see, we can take these and, you know, make them into flowers just like the others. Like this. I have some that I made out of lace too, but I'll have to dig those up. They're in a box somewhere. So this one is going to go into the bathroom to be hung up. I'll leave it on the edge of my tripod for the moment. And we're going to do one more. Here. Pull this one out. Now, again, you know, you can choose your colors. You can do whatever you like. It's always up to, you know, what you prefer. I think on this one, we shall try to do a little yellow to start. And then I'm going to add a little bit of orange. Okay. I just think the yellow is such a beautiful color. And it just, you know, it really lends itself to this project. Let's put a little more out there. I'm definitely going to have to buy some more yellow. It is almost gone. But that's what happens when, you know, when you have so much fun doing what we're doing. Okay. There we go, and just keep picking up some yellow. There we go. That'll be plenty. Okay. And then let's do some orange. I love the yellow and orange together. And then coming back behind it with a little bit of the ginger or the caramel. Or even the rusty hinge. And it just gives it this, you know, this pretty muted pattern. So, as you can see, that orange is a good bright color. And it just really, you know, all these colors just lend themselves to this process. Matter of fact, I was on Amazon yesterday, and I was looking at this set of alcohol inks with exactly this purpose in mind. So I'm getting a whole bunch of different colors. Okay, see how that just cleans up when you use the alcohol? All right, so I'm going to also use some coral again, just because I think that pink color it leaves is just really, really pretty. Okay. See how those colors just look so great together? Just really tickles me when you get a good color combination going. And then I'll show you something else I did that I thought was really cool. I took just a little bit of the, oh, what color was it that I used? might have been, it was either this one oh, let me find my other ones here. Or it might have been this one. So this one's broken china. This one's cracked pistachio. Let's just add a little bit of this and see what happens. I did one, let's see if I can find it here. I believe it was this one. It kind of gave it like a little watermelon-y look. And I just thought it was really pretty, the two colors together. So, I'll just add just a little bit of this. See what happens. Okay. And then let's add a little bit of the ginger, just because I like having a little bit of the darkness added in there. Okay. And put it on just a few little spots because I don't want it everywhere. But again, you know, this will just, you know, lend itself to that watercolory effect. And it just looks so cool when you're done. Okay. And when you're finished, if you still have some left, take one of your dryer sheets and just clean it up. It doesn't seem like it does a great job at first, but it does pick it all up, see? And then, of course, you just leave this to dry. We'll add more colors before we're done, of course. But then you can just take your other piece and just mop it up. Okay. I'm going to go back and add just a hint of the blue to this, just so we can get a little bit of green going on. Isn't that pretty so far? All right. This one is a lighter blue than the Mermaid Lagoon. It's more of a muted kind of blue, so you can't even hardly see it when it's on here. But it just, you know, it'll give us a little bit of green going on in the background there. Okay. And maybe we'll go with a little more of the Mermaid Lagoon, just because I like that color, and it's a good teal color. Gives a real pretty green to some of it. And again, I don't want it everywhere. I just want it in some spots. So I'm just picking up little pieces and putting it down in the ink. Okay. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I just love it. I love it, love it, love it. So much fun. All right, and then we'll go back with our dryer sheet and clean up the rest. And see, you can come up with, you know, a really pretty dryer sheet by the time it's done too. So, not done with that yet. I'll keep playing. But just, you know, you guys go out and try this on your own and see what you come up with. Also, if you don't want to do this on your own, I am going to put these up for sale on my Etsy site, so you can go check it out. I am artephemera.etsy.com. I'll leave a link in the description box below, and you can go check it out. We have all kinds of little stuff, and I'm currently adding new things to it, so just go check it out and see what you think. One more. I'll put a spot right here before we go. Just that pale blue. Added in a couple of spots. See? How simple that was? Poof. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you would, please consider subscribing and giving me a thumbs up before you go. And I hope you have a great rest of your Saturday afternoon and a great rest of your weekend. Love you guys. See you soon. Bye.